Good afternoon, gamers. We are here at Southbound 2026, right here just outside of Atlanta, and I am excited to be watching, talking, witnessing Mario Kart World today. I'm super pumped. I am joined by someone that has been underselling himself a little bit. But I'm joined by the lovely Unknown. How are you? Introduce yourself. Talk a little bit about yourself.
Hey, I was on here last time, but how y'all doing?
Short break.
My name's Unknown. I do a little stream on the side, second US in lounge at current. Right now we're going into Shipyard. A lot of positions right now with Cynda feathering up. Get into the front. You really want to have either a dominant position in the front or have a good position in the back running up an item.
Yeah, there's almost, I think that's a funny dynamic where some of the middle positions are worse than being a little bit further back because you want to get the RNG for better items, right?
Yeah, you truly never want to be in the mid-pack unless you have like a good item to break out into the front or be in the back and run something up. You never want to pull mid-pack items. Maybe triple shrooms, but that's the only really good one.
Yeah, it's funny. Maybe a little bit less so here with only 10 racers, but I know playing this casually is just calamity when you're in the middle of the pack. There's just so much chaos happening. I imagine it's going to happen a little bit here. 10 is still a lot here. There's still a lot of clustering happening during this race, right?
24-player is a lot of chaos. Having experienced it competitively, it's a lot. Basically, basically hinges on if you can dodge the shock or not. It always comes down to that for 24-player in my experience so far. But it's early in the game's lifetime, so maybe things develop where running gets stronger and backing gets less weak. But I kind of like the dynamic at current, so I can't complain too much.
So can you explain to me how they got to the first track here? Like, what is it just random, or how is it picked out between the 10 racers?
So players pick their own tracks. Like, there's up to 30 tracks you can pick from. No repick, so they cannot pick Shipyard again. So I'm guessing the racer either in first picked it or the back spots picked it because you can pull triple shrooms in the beginning and take the shroomless shortcut and run from there. As you can see, EmilP out in front with triple reds, but shock usually comes here if they have one, so I recommend using the dodge if you have it, but Dimension is goldening up, and with EmilP having a really strong lead in one.
Yeah, that was crazy. Pulled all the way front. I mean, Bullet Bill has to be the single most game-changing item that you can get. Like, maybe certain tracks with certain, like, mushrooms, I would imagine, have some craziness going on, but Bullet Bill seems like the best thing that you can hope for.
You would think that in certain cases, but it's not really a good item to run up in certain cases in 12-player. You would rather have a Mega or a Star. Star preferably.
Okay.
But it's because bills like only take you halfway through the positions in the game. So say you bill in 6, it'll only take you to 3rd. But on certain tracks like
I didn't realize it's static like that. Like it always goes as far as that.
Yep, it's always half of the players unless bill will never drop you off on a turn.
Got it. Yeah. It doesn't want to like set you up for like doesn't want to bait you, right?
Yeah, it doesn't want to just ram you into the wall. Think about like airship. It has a spiral turn. It'll never drop you off there. It'll give you like an extension up to the point where it can go straight.
Loving the wide shot of all the gamers here. For those of you that are unaware, a little bit of my story, I don't play Mario Kart. I'm a Melee player by trade. I've been playing Melee since 2004, like the MLG days, right?
Yeah.
But back then, even back then, I was a really avid fan of speedrunning. Back then, I was on Speed Demo's Archive all the time back in the day, watching some of the Mario Kart 64, Double Dash speedruns, and then obviously in the modern day, I love like Wii Ultra Shortcuts and all sorts of different speedruns. So I'm excited because I do have a lot of familiarity, at least as a fan, with the speedrunning aspect, but some of the compare-contrast between that and competitive is really fascinating.
Yeah, for me, I just joined not too long ago, like a year and a half ago, so I have only experience in Mario Kart competitive because I love playing online and I'm a very competitive person at heart. So I want to do my best, and if I'm competing, I want to win. So that's why it's more so drawn to the competitive aspect.
Yeah, that was crazy. The very start of this track, it looked like they started like the it's not a drift, but it's the little
it's
like
charge zone.
Yeah.
Yep. So at the beginning of the track, there's like a shortcut. It doesn't take that much time, but if you're in the front, you might as well go for it to keep one. As you can see, Emil just pulled shrooms.
Yeah, I mean, it was like right over the lava. It looked so spooky, right?
Yeah, if you're greened out there, it's not a fun time. Or bumped out, it's so devastating because it just respawn and you'll be in the back. But with EmilP getting redded and people running up triple shrooms, the pack is about to split up right about here. Usually lap 2 is where pack starts to split up because people will start running, people will start bagging, and the two will be in odds.
So can you explain those two concepts? I feel like I understand bagging. Bagging being like holding, going back in place for items, correct?
Yep. So as you can see, our Daisy and Baby Bowser Jr. are kind of far back with our, I think, another Daisy, probably a EmilP, and a Biddy in first. So they're running and trying to just hold the top spot. They're probably not going to be at odds with each other because they want to keep the front and try to like bounce off each other because second place could pull a shroom, and there's a shroom cut at the end of the track.
Okay.
But as you can see, the pack is starting to split up with people running up good items and Cynda getting ready with triple shrooms. But he'll use another shroom here to get out of the dirt, and he'll use another shroom to get to the lava. Yeah,
so if you do get shrooms, it is one of those like, oh, wow, I didn't realize you could just go over the lava like that. But if you do get shrooms, it's one of those power-ups that you do want to hold on to for a very specific instance.
There goes the sock, and both top two get TS, so the pack is going to be super close. Well, the back spots are kind of far back. It really depends on who pulls shroom at this set. With a 10-player room, you can pull triple shrooms in 10, so let's see if Lebob gets triple shrooms there. With Golden, Golden's a really good item at the end of this track, so Lebob's in a really good spot. But Golden at the end, he's going to have to hold the triple shrooms. I mean, the Golden.
Yeah, it looks so crazy. I mean, it really could be. They look clustered well together enough that any good item could bring someone back up to front from the way back, right?
Yeah, because people pull builds in the back. With Cynda going for the NIST, and EmilP just busts out Mega. Sure, he's probably going to get first in this case. And he, in fact, gets to the cut and does get first.
Wow.
With Cynda getting redded on the line, getting
what place was
ninth
that?
Place.
Unfortunate. I mean, I've seen that story plenty of times. That's all too familiar.
Yeah, redded on the line. You saw how Cynda was just in top two with another Biddy Bud, but he got TS, so he was unfortunately in the mid pack, so he couldn't really escape it at that point because the back spots was too far back and the front spots are already breaking away.
What is that threshold, would you say? Like, how far, what placings do you need to be? Well, we'll assume like a 12-player, like a full 12-player stack, right? What placing do you need to be at for you to like try to run, and like at what point do you be like, all right, I'm just gonna head back, so I'm gonna head out?
A lot of the decisions are decided at the beginning of the race. So if you pull, I say in the beginning of the race, if you pull triple shrooms, you might as well go and not go for a dodge. But later on, as the race develops, I think all top three spots are great, but second is a good spot because you can pull shrooms, but third is really good because you can pull shroom and ghost. With this game being in Ghost, you can go through off-road, dodge the shock. It's a really good spot to be, so you can roll triple shrooms. I mean, you can roll Ghost.
So how critical is the starting position to the start of the race?
In this game, it's not really that critical. It depends on what track you play, but a lot of tracks don't really matter because you can pull triple shrooms off the bat and make a push for the
Some
front.
of those are guaranteed, it feels like. No? They're guaranteed triple shrooms?
Especially in the bottom 6 spots. Fun fact, if you get the box in last, you will always pull 6 shrooms.
Oh, wow, okay.
Especially like this track, nothing matters. If jumping off the poles, you can get if you jump off the poles, it's like you're getting a trick. So.
Yeah, exactly. I see that so many times. You're like bonking off of walls in order to get these tricks, and you're just kind of like phasing right through them, just no matter.
But as you can see, Cynda got triple shrooms off the bat, so he's going to try to push for the front. Being in the front in this room with a 10-player room is really good because there's a shroom shortcut coming up. Oh, Spruce has triple red, so they're kind of just, Sinic's in a stalemate. I don't know if, he lets him pass to let him right in behind Cynda. But in this case, Cynda will hold his shrooms for the cut coming up, and I think Spruce will probably follow him since he knows that the cut will be broken because there's a cut with boxes. But he opts to red Cynda. That's an interesting play. Cynda's just going to hold his shroom and take the cut, but he ended up trailing Cynda as well. But Spruce is just driving through the cut with boxes, and Cynda just shrooms back up into the front.
That's wild. It's fascinating. So are there any, so when you're like out running in first, right, are there going to be specific coin routes that you're going to be going for? Usually
later in the race, for first at least, it doesn't really matter because in first you're chaining boxes so much, you'll ramp up to 20 coins really fast. Unless you pull like...
Oh, because you're getting all the coins from the boxes,
Coins from boxes, coins from the, like laying around, like the coin item, coin block, coin shell, all those. But unfortunately, Cynda gets blued from shrooming up in front of Cynda. Cynda's just lucking out with people redding him out of first.
Oh,
but
wow.
This chaotic again. EmilP just has triple shrooms out of his build. Unless stock comes late, we'll see EmilP probably getting first. But Bill just got out of it.
It is absolute chaos right now. Mushrooms. Oh,
everything is happening.
Bomb! Who placed what?
Braxton
6?
came 6. As you can see, usually World comes down to a lot of lap 3 because it's usually Mario Kart. Everybody's done catching up. Everybody's coming to the line. Everybody's throwing all their items.
Everyone's spending all their meter at that point. Yeah. They got 5 bars. I'm ready to spend it.
Yes. Just running level 1 into level 3.
Hold this level 3 really quick, but except it's a triple shroom.
Literally. I need the triple shroom. You either want triple shrooms at the end to recover, or you want triple items at the end, or be in first. That's all you want. Or dodge. You saw the build. He had build triple red, so he was just protected from the line.
Mario Kart World seems, in comparison to the other Mario Kart games, because I've been watching a lot of different Mario Kart this weekend, right? And I've been talking about some of the nitty-gritty details of Mario Kart tech in those games, like snaking in the older games. You have speed preservation as like a overarching concept, and then also like lines, like having good lines on different parts of the track, right? Making sure you're taking that shortest path, right? Mario Kart World kind of seems like, speed preservation obviously very important, but to that end, you're not really taking a lot of like the shortest paths. You're trying to find the best like tricks, like the like perfect like wall rides, trying to get as many different mini turbos as possible. Is that accurate to describe?
It's more so trying to cater to. I feel like this game promotes a lot of creativity.
It does, yeah. I love that.
A lot of wall riding, streamless shortcuts. This game really isn't about Snake. It's more so charging up like the SMTs and the UMTs and getting out. Because when you charge up a UMT, you can go into a charge jump.
A UMT?
Yeah, a UMT is like the max turbo. So you'll see the rainbow sparks.
Yeah.
When you do a max turbo, you'll get a charge jump, and then that'll make it faster on like the straightaways. I can see why people like the intermission tracks. It's basically straight lines to me. I don't personally like them, but you can do some interesting strats. With Lebob just going wide to mega and slowing down.
I can imagine that it tickles the fancy of some people, right? Some people really like Baby Park, right? And it's just, it's all valid.
True. Like this map, me personally, I really don't like this track because there's no running potential. There's a little bit, but not a lot. But it really just comes down to if you pull shrooms. Bill really isn't that great on this track unless it's last. Like, Super's probably just going to burn his bill here because it's not really that great.
But to that point, I see a lot of the best strategies aren't necessarily taking the tightest corners. It's trying to find the path with, like, the most mini turbo, like, the most, like, tricks, like, the ones that, like, really get you going with, like, high speed, right?
True. This game is more so about strats, like, taking, like, the fast strat instead of the fastest line. Both are true, but if you know a lot more strategies than lines, you'll probably break out into the front. Like on this track, there's a strategy called SuperMK. It's where you get a charge jump off to the ramp. I don't know if anybody will do it in this room, but you get sent flying forward. So it's weird. But everything's coming to a head. Coming into lap 3, people having builds, Sinic having a build, Super having a gold in a really good spot. He's going to golding up probably into first if he starts golding it now. As he comes up, Sinic uses Bill. I don't think Shock is going to come in this 10-player room. Somebody's going up into one. Super having to burn this ring really bad. He's not going to be able to chain it, and he gets redded.
Yeah,
EmilP
we got
out
another
in
red
front.
shell here. And the sound box as well. That's got to be the best item that you can get if you're in first place for safety, right?
Fun fact in this game, a Super Horn cannot be ghosted.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's automatic protection. You can always just hold it until the blue.
It is 100% protection.
Yep, 100% protection. There's, I think, 5 items in the game that cannot be ghosted. So you have Super Horn, you have the Mega, you have the Bill, you have another Ghost, and you have, funny enough, Boomerang.
What about Boomerang?
Boomerang cannot be ghosted.
Oh, wow. Wait, could you repeat those again? It was Boomerang, it was the sound box.
It was Boomerang, the Super Horn, the Mega Mushroom, the Bullet Bill, and another Ghost.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's interesting. That's really funny, too.
Because the only power item that can be ghosted is a star.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that was going to be my next question. The sound box is protection against most things, but if somebody has a star and they run into you, you're not stopping that, are you?
You're not stopping that with the sound horn. They just have invincibility and just running straight through you.
How difficult is it to avoid someone with a star like that?
If I recommend just not getting out of the line. If you're just holding a drift, just stop the drift and just go wide and let them pass.
Yeah.
There's no point in just trying to – if you keep the line, they're going to try to take the fast line as well. So if you just let them by, you'll stop you from dying.
they'll maybe go a little bit out of their way, but not so far out of their way as to jeopardize their own pathing.
To say, like, if they're using the star and you have like a triple item, like triple res or something, they're gonna go out of their way to try to hit you, so they don't get triple redded out of their star.
Oh wow.
But for this case, you really want to pull, for Sky High Sunday, you want to pull Shroom early to try to get into the front. The back isn't that bad, but in this track, the front, you get a lot of coins really quickly. So 20 coins really fast. So with EmilP's combo being the fastest combo in the room, Cynda's Nana slice him out. So Cynda's 9-1. It bumps out SuperMK too with Shroom.
Unfortunate.
Cynda's maxing out his coins really fast. And blue comes really early, so the swoop behind Cynda will be in a really good spot.
If you don't have protection, is there a preferable place to get hit by that blue shell?
You really want to just fall off the track. Blue, how the game works, the falling off is faster than getting blue. So if there's a good fall off point, you can just fall off the track and you'll be right back up to speed because this game has startup boost, just like Wii.
Oh, okay, that's fascinating.
Because in Mario Kart 8, you can get hit on the glider, and blues weren't all bad in 8D, but blues came more rapidly in 8D as well. Lebob unfortunately failing as well. Oh, Shock is in play with SuperMK holding it. He's probably going to chain it into this first set, hopefully before everybody gets into their dodges because he has a fill afterwards. Let's see what he does. Cynda gets into this dodge. Does he chain it? No, he has to hold it for the second set.
Oh, wow. Okay, so...
There it is. Cynda out of his dodge. He's the only one with a good spot. Good build. So he should probably get second this race because first is kind of out front. Lebob using his build, has a golden, not the best spot. Let's see what everything. Cynda's falling off the track. Luxitone falling off the track. Sinic has a horn. He has triple greens after. He has some protection.
Constantly looking back during this home stretch of the race.
You have to keep just being observant and seeing what's around you. Something could threaten your spot. So he has to be, especially with the horn.
I try to do that, and I am in a wall instantly.
Yeah,
you have to be so good at that. By the way, do your controls reverse when you're looking behind you? Like if you want to turn left and right, do you have to switch?
No. They're the same way.
Okay.
That would actually be really interesting if that did happen.
Yeah, I was curious about that.
But looking behind you is like a true essential to, especially competitive, because especially in your first, if you think about it, if you're in first, 90% of the race is going on behind you. Yeah. Basically, you have to drive fast and look behind and see if anything's threatening your first place.
Yeah, you don't have many obstacles in front of you, right? And at the highest level, these players are all going to have these tracks memorized at that point, right? A lot of them could probably do it blindfolded.
Probably. Actually, funny enough, I did compete in a blindfolded challenge.
Yeah. Funny, I mentioned that. Yeah. Okay, how much can you do blindfolded then?
I'm not gonna lie, it was actually really hard.
Yeah.
The only thing you can recognize if you know the tracks and you count the sets, you'll know what item sets you go through. But it's like map recognition. If I go back and look at my stream bot or the person who posted the video, you'll hear me saying, I'm here, and I'm always right because I recognize what set I am, what track I'm on, and, what is my environment.
That's so cool. I did a little bit of that because, with Melee, I did a little bit of break the target to home run contest too, and I would try to do some of those blindfolded. But that's a 5-second strategy as opposed to a full 2 to 3 minute race.
Yeah, but EmilP opted to go the slow line, and Lebob fails, so nobody's really out in front yet. EmilP pulls Ghost, so he's just gonna hold it until the cut. Usually,
so if you pull Ghost this far up front, you hold it for what exactly?
Either you hold it to take the cut the first lap, or you just hold it for maybe protection, or you hold it until you think Shock is gonna come. I feel like using your dodge maybe early to get into the front could be good, but holding it is also a valid strategy as well. I think Emil opted to use the Ghost to get out into the front because you see that Daisy in front. With our back spots kind of going back, Spruce kind of holding the golden mushroom. And he pulls Mega in pocket. That's actually pretty good for him. But the front spots, as you can see, it's always a break on lap 2. There's always the front spot starting to break away and the bagger starting to bag.
So is there ever a moment where you have a item that allows for a shortcut and you're on the second lap, and instead of doing it on the second lap, you try to hold it for the third?
Yeah, there's a lot of times that happens, especially in, like you said, a regular 12-player race room. there's always usually a shock spot that you really want to hold your dodge for that is like gonna give you a dodge like 70% of the time. So especially if you're on a high spot, say you're in third on this track, you would take the slower line, opt to take the slower line, but you will have a dodge for the regular shock spot. Shock spot being like the most optimal spot for the person who has the shock to use the shock. But coming out on lap 3, top 2 is breaking away. Probably Cynda and EmilP coming into the last few stretch of the race. Oh, Spruce has Ghost. He's probably going to hop into the Ghost at the last item set because that's where usually where shot comes. Could Ghost to triple shrooms, and he does Ghost to triple shrooms. Hopefully he pulls something good. Luxitone coming up in golden. Hopefully he pulls some protection after this. Oh, he pulls shroom and is glued, but he does have shrooms to recover. Spruce coming up, and he gets ready on the line. And
but still,
okay, gets fourth.
Oh my god! Every time,
everything comes to a head on lap 3. As you can see, Emil didn't get first. You saw top 2 were Cynda and Emil, and they both didn't get first or first.
You know, it's so funny. I feel like all these races are very similar. We were just talking about it earlier, that that Packers-Bears game, everything happened in the last 5 minutes of the fourth, man.
Literally, you can never look away. Something could change at the very end, especially now that our bottom 2 are out, Braxton and Spruce. That was our last race of the qualifier for this round.
Oh, was that
yeah, that was the last race.